Mention I've been able to find of a Madonna of Bachelors Grove was during one of the broadcasts of the Eddie Schwartz show in Chicago in the 1970s, early 1970s. Of course, as so many fans know, he had as a regular guest Richard Crowe, known as Chicago's original ghost hunter. And when he would do these shows with Eddie Schwartz, they would have guests call in with their experiences, and there were many callers that had stories to tell about Bachelors Grove. And this is where a lot of our stories about Bachelors Grove really got their gumption from. You know, before those shows, these were very localized stories, and nobody outside of the very small area on the southwest side had ever heard of them before. But after the broadcast of those interviews with Richard Crowe on the Eddie Schwartz show, these stories really spread. And so everything that was said on that show, I think, was very instrumental in creating what we know today as this huge, vast ghost lore about Bachelors Grove, which has been written about in so many books and magazines and been on so many documentaries. And one of those cases was on a particular broadcast where a woman called in about some photographs that she had taken at Bachelors Grove, and she talked about seeing shrouded figures in the cemetery. This also, I think, the first reference to robed or shrouded figures in the cemetery, but she particularly talked about seeing this figure in the cemetery, which she first thought was an image of the Virgin Mary. And she said that the figure was wearing a robe and a shroud, like a habit, like a nun's habit, so like a veil over her head and a long gown that was blue and white. And this, as far as I can tell, was the first mention publicly of a Madonna figure at Bachelors Grove.